So the president actually works in the building during the tours?
Yes, ma'am. This is not a museum. This is the People's House.
That's lovely. And this area connects the east and west wings?
Correct. This is the juncture. Excuse me. What are you doing? Get up right now. This is Simmons. We have a problem.
Miss Cousins.
Mr. President.
You should know that I'm not in the habit of giving audiences to people who engage in obstructive behavior, especially here in this building.
Yes, sir.
But I am more than aware of the fact that this nation at times has treated its indigenous peoples very, very harshly. So I would like to hear what you have to say. Please.
Thank you, sir. I'll be brief. 18 years ago, the Ochiol people were the victims of eminent domain to make way for a commercial development. We were removed from our homes and forced onto a small plot of land.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Now we're being evicted again. Phase 2, the developer calls it. We're a small tribe, and each relocation severs our connection to our land and each other.
Ma'am, eminent domain is a local matter.
I'm afraid Emily's right. Regardless of how moved I may be by your complaint, this is not a matter for the federal government.
No, sir. But it involves you.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
The development was the Wannachobe project, outside Pensacola. The developer went out of state to hire someone who specialized in complicated land use issues.
Wannachobe.
Yes. They tapped a young architect who fiercely advocated for the conversion of our land for commercial use.
You're saying I did this to you?
Yes, sir. And if you don't help us now, our tribe is going to vanish forever.
Alton, in short, I'm proposing a land swap. A parcel of federal land that is very close to the current developments.
But not contiguous and not near the highway.
I realize it's a big ask, but if my people are uprooted, we lose our ancestral land and our heritage.
And I'm sorry for your plight, but the answer is no.
Alton, please.
The time for this fight was 18 years ago.
And my late father Jacob was the tribal chairman then. He was old. Opposition was beyond him, but it's not beyond me.
The law is. Mr. President, you are a great architect. This development of yours has created thousands of jobs. It's added millions to the economy. It's something that we should both be proud of. And I have no intention of undoing it.
Miss Cousins, I know this isn't what you want. But if you would be willing to take the land swap instead, the federal government would make it well worth your while.
Sir, my people trace our roots back 800 years to the Florida Peninsula. We were 90,000 strong at our peak. You know how many Ochiol are left?
No, ma'am.
1,400. And every time we move, more of our people scatter. Our current situation is not ideal. But whatever it looks like now, for generations, we've planted on this land and fished on it. Our ancestors are buried on it. And if we leave, we're signing our people's death warrant. Excuse me.
I am so grateful to my brothers and sisters from tribal nations all over the country. More joining every hour. Here to support the Ochiol people in our struggle to save our sacred land. Did you meet with the president? Yes.
He offered us a land swap. And here's what I told him. No to selling out our heritage. No to an architect who was paid to put us in this situation. No.
Seth.
Yeah, I'm on.
I appreciate your acceptance of responsibility, Mr. President. But it doesn't solve our problem.
The White House counsel is working to state the injunction.
Respectfully, sir. To what end? In the history of the United States, the judiciary has given natives next to nothing.
I know.
Just like Congress. All these treaties that the U.S. government broke, failed to enforce.
Treaties?
Yes, sir. The Pickering Treaty, Potawatomi Treaty, Treaty K. I can go on and on.
Were the Ochiol signatories to any of these treaties?
I don't believe so, no.
But they could have been. Your people were there, right?
Sir?
get me Kendra Danes, please.
A 200-year-old treaty between Spain and the United States? Is this some kind of a joke?
No, Alton, it's not. In the 1700s, the Kingdom of Spain made deals with the indigenous peoples of the Florida Peninsula.
Whereby, in exchange for various guarantees, Spain agreed to safeguard the tribal lands.
Spain finally ceded Florida to the U.S. in 1819.
And we assumed responsibility for those treaties, which are still in play.
So you're saying the development can't proceed?
I'm saying that you won't be taking any more land from these people. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
18 years ago, I took a chance on some young architect that no one had ever heard of. I built your reputation. And now you repay me by undermining me?
Let's talk about undermining. You and Billy lied to me. You concealed from me the true impact of what our development was going to do to these people.
What choice did I have? You always let your scruples get in the way of progress. Billy knew that. That's why he worked with me.
Your problem wasn't my scruples. It was your lack of them. Let's see if you can find some on the way out. Miss Cousins, your land will remain yours. The treaty is binding no matter what.
I don't know how to thank you, sir.
I do. Please tell your people who are sitting out in our hall to stand up. They can go home now.